Evening. It's been a week since my last video. And it's actually one of my most popular videos about that I've done. We're now gonna make sure this channel is now 100% dedicated to sports topics, mostly ice hockey, rugby, football, cricket, any professional sport. We're gonna devote devote a lot of time to covering all these sports. Over here in the UK and worldwide. And in the sports news this week, Wayne Rooney, drink driving, pleaded guilty, got a 2-year ban. F1, Vettel crashes out, Hamilton wins. We're preparing for the Ashes series down under. And so these are some of the big things. Roy Hodgson's new Crystal Palace manager, still I can't win a game. So these are some of the stories that are happening at the moment. Big story that is going to be interesting for future reference is the NHL in Canada and America is not allowing its players to play at the Winter Olympics in the ice hockey. And for the past 20 or so, 2.5 decades, 20 or so years, something like that, professional players of the NHL, the highest standard, the highest caliber, have been allowed to play in the Olympics. Before that, you had to be an amateur. But of course, the Soviet Union teams were basically Russian soldiers who had a full-time wage, and they were allowed to train all year round. And it was an unfair advantage. It was deemed. The IOC said no, we're allowing professionals to play. That's going to be a big talking point across Canada, the US, Europe. It's going to be a big talking point. It's also the last gold medal to be decided. It's the flagship event of the Winter Olympics, so to speak. It's one which has the highest viewership figures. But with Great Britain getting close to qualifying, this you could have ramifications on this part of Europe and this part of the world. There's a few other sporting stories at the moment that are going on. And I've linked these into previous videos when it was this was a general channel, but now it's going to be mostly sports orientated. And I would like to hear feedback from viewers in the comments below, because then I can come up with more videos and I can research what I'm posting really. And I've recently subscribed to a channel called a Canadian guy called The Hockey Guy. He really knows his stuff about what he is posting, and the history of the game and the state of the game, and the state of professional sport in North America. He really knows his stuff. He's really intelligent, and he posted a couple of videos about certain topics that are happening in that sport, especially the concussion lawsuits and CTE. And watching professional sport, especially rugby and ice hockey, two of my favourite sports, you can tell when someone is actually pretty wobbly on their feet, and there is still a lot more that professional sport can do in relation to head injuries, concussions, but just general player welfare, sports welfare, whilst they're still actively involved in the sport, and when they leave the sport after their playing career or after their sport career. And it's a big topic, and I would like to hear feedback from you guys, and we can discuss it further. There are some very notable and famous examples of sportsmen who, once they retire, have completely lost the plot. And a couple spring to mind. Paul Gascoigne, Gazza, he became an absolute pisshead and druggie. He's well known. His mental health is completely gone. Clark Carlisle, the smartest football player alive, apparently, got university degree, been on Countdown, has had battles with alcoholism and depression, and has tried to take his own life several times. Excuse me. There have been other examples of sportsmen retiring and then dying young, or having issues with substance abuse, like Paul Merton was an alcoholic for a while. Tony Adams was an alcoholic whilst playing. So, and these are examples that are only the last 20 or 30 so years. These are not like ages ago. This is recent event. Like George Best is another prime example of a sportsman who was a pisshead and a drunk while he was playing. He famously scored a hat trick, doesn't even remember scoring it. And then after his playing career, he literally was a mess. He was an alcoholic. He had a liver transplant. Stopped drinking for a little bit, then relapsed, and then destroyed his new liver and killed himself and died reasonably young, only in his mid-50s. So I think a lot of the videos that I will be posting, yes, I'll mention some of the stories that I see on the internet and on Twitter and Facebook and live streaming, and I'll try and give my feedback on certain of the sports stories. But a lot of the stories that I will be focusing on will be about player welfare, the possible corruption, transfer news, things like that. So, but the player welfare one, kind of important because I went to my local ice rink last night, watched my local ice hockey team play, and some of the contact, there was some hits in that game, body to body, head to head, elbow to head, shoulder to head, that looked a little bit, is that player alright? There were about 3 or 4, and if that was an NHL game, that player is getting 2 to 5 game ban. Simple. But and you could tell one or two of the lads were looking a little bit dazed for a couple of seconds, and they weren't. One of them took a while to get back to his feet. He played on, but he's probably had a mild concussion, not even realised it, or if he's not completely concussed, he need it. This is low level hockey. This isn't like full elite league or the European leagues or even the NHL. This is one referee, 2 linesmen, and that's another problem. Is a lot of these weren't called, so we get on at refs and officials in games and in sports, and it is a hard job. You cannot have eyes in the back of your head, and it's putting a lot of people off getting involved in sport if they want to be officiating because of the negativity, the abusive comments, the reaction of the fans. And I find hockey fans to be some of the most intelligent, smartest fans you could possibly find. So there's that. There's a few other things, a few other videos that I'm thinking about, such as minorities in sport, sexuality in sport, things like that. So I would like to hear your views. Hit like and subscribe, post your comments below, and give us ideas for future videos. Would be great. Give us your feedback. I know this is not like the most professional channel. It is literally done on an iPad in my spare time in my house. I haven't got like a set or anything. I only had, I didn't post for a while because of ill health. So yeah, pretty much. But any feedback is welcome. Video ideas are welcome as well. And I'll do my best to research content, and hopefully I'll have another video in a few days. Thank you for watching.